Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the 100 Baby Challenge. This episode is a voiceover episode because my setup is a bit of a mess at the moment. I am working on fixing that. I've also been sick and trying to get better, so I wanted to make sure to get you a video. I did take a week off, but I wanted to make sure that I could get the content out, and this is unfortunately the only way how. So, our mission for the episode today, first of all, is to get someone over here to work on baby number 27, and we did that as soon as possible. I had to do the stay over because it was too late for me to invite over someone to the house. So I did it this way because then they show up immediately, because I've been having problem adding people to my club just the old-fashioned way. So we made sure to get him on over to the house ASAP, and then of course add him to the club so that things can go a bit quicker. The baby did start crying at this point, so I made sure that we took care of that first, and then we got down to it, um, started a gathering, and then obviously, yes, there the baby is interrupting the mission, but it is okay. We do not want the baby to be taken away. We just did some super efficient care, and then it was back on track with the mission, which went quite smoothly, as opposed to how it has been going the last few times. It's been a bit of a mess the last couple of times, to be honest, but this one, it went quite smoothly, and the things got done. Okay, so once we catch up with the man who was, I think, trying to clean out our fridge, which I think, thank you for that. We told him, listen, you are here for one reason and one reason only. He didn't seem to mind too much. He actually seemed pretty excited about all of it. So we just be like, okay, well, it's let's get down to business, I guess. And then of course afterwards we did the pregnancy test because we do need to know. And of course it was successful, because after so many children, I think at this point, it's just like a given that you know it's gonna happen. And then of course I ended the stayover because I don't need any unwanted house guests. And then I went over to Hanford on Bagley and we got the golden egg. Now the reason I did this is because the golden egg, if you golden egg or golden milk, if you use it, can give you this weird superpower for like a few hours where you can make your plants perfect. I also then went into the debug menu of Plumbite to get this clone machine from Get to Work, and I had to clone the golden egg because you need to make the golden thing. I figured it wasn't too much of a cheaty cheat since I did pay with my own money for the clone machine. And then I had her eat the golden omelet that she made, and then as you can see, our crystal tree is still a little bit small, but making it perfect quality will help us once the tree actually grows, and then we should be that much closer to getting our Plumbite. As you can see here, she is using the superpowers of the golden egg to make sure that we get a perfect quality crystal tree. The sound effects are very amusing. So now the tree is perfect quality, and once it grows, we should be getting pretty good crystals, hopefully including Plumbite as well. But at the moment, she is pretty tired, so I think after this, I just went ahead and took care of some needs. When the pop-up came up that it is Zucchini's birthday, so our newborn was about to become an infant, which, we love infants in this place. We just absolutely love infants. And at least we got a sunny infant, which is good. It's one of the better traits. And then I disposed a few of the other plants that we had as well, so that we can sell them, make sure that we have money coming in if we do want to move to a new house. The kids were, of course, working on their school projects, looking very good. I needed to just make sure that the chances of them getting an A is as high as possible. I didn't want to take any chances. So we were working, working, working with the kids, working on the skills, working with the toddlers, working with the new infant to get all of that done. She did. I have the bracelet on with the crystal that helps her find gems around the house until our crystal tree comes in. She did find some things, but nothing that was super useful just yet. So I decided to just sell those as well as an extra income for the household. Because I need to still decide how I'm gonna continue making money. Any suggestions are welcome. We took care of more needs, getting Yogurt a little bath, and he is such a cute kiddo. While Zucchini was just having a bit of sleep, and then of course it was time to work on those milestones. As you know, for the infants, we want to get 3 milestones in each category except for life. And then we are able to age up the infants a lot quicker than just waiting for them to actually age up to get the notification that it is their birthday. So we do want to be working on the milestones um, as quickly as possible, and also the toddler skills, while the kids and teenagers focus on working on school projects and things like that to get their grades up as quickly as possible. So that was just the mission. It was make sure she gets pregnant, work on skills, work on homework, work on school projects to get as many age ups as possible. And that is what we did. We were doing just all of the work, and more work. That was our mission for this episode, and we did it quite well, I would have to say. And as you can see here, our crystal tree finally grew. Now it hasn't actually made any crystals as yet, so we had to wait until like the morning time where it would actually I think would bloom, I don't know, where the crystals would actually start growing on the tree, to see if we can harvest any plumbite. Since the tree is perfect quality, the chances are a lot higher for us to get the plumbite, but we just had to wait and see. So after everyone had been working very, 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 very hard, I think it was, yeah, I sent them all off to get some sleep, and Cassandra had to go ahead and take a nap because she also is a bit tired. This will all be better once we get Plumbite, hopefully, because of course Plumbite does help with the needs decay. I put this one crystal in one of the teenagers' pockets, which helps with homework and school performance to go up a bit quicker. I think I put it in Vanilla's pocket just to make sure because I do usually forget. While we were waiting for the plants to come in. So yeah, I think I just fast forward past that. And then I sent Cassandra. Oh no, I thought I sent her off to get a nap, but maybe I did not. Okay, so apparently I had her working on her gemology skill first, and then I sent her off for a nap. I'm sorry, my brain is all over the place, and I think the sickness is still getting to me. But eventually, it was morning time. It was time to work on some more skills. As you can see, the toddler yogurt over there is working on the thinking skill. Zucchini is doing some tummy time, which is of course very important and will be a lot easier once we have the plumbite, because then I don't have to worry about their needs decaying. And as you can see, our tree is ready for harvest. So here's to hoping that we get what we need. So I sent Cassandra off once she finished the tummy time to go ahead and harvest the crystals to see what we got. And I was like just waiting and hoping for the best, because if we get Plumbite, my life would be so much easier, because if we don't need to take care of needs, that means we're just skill building, skill building, skill building the whole entire time. And that would make this challenge go so much quicker, because then we'll be able to age up the kids a lot quicker, get them out of the house a lot quicker, and maybe have twins and triplets more often, um, because the needs won't decay. So, and as you can see, first time is the charm. Luckily, we did have the tree perfect quality when it grew up. So we got some plumbite, which is just amazing. I was so relieved when I saw this, because this is gonna help us in this challenge. And of course, I pulled out another machine that we had used earlier today, uh, the cloning machine. Because even though I know we probably are gonna get more Plumbite, I could not guarantee it. So we just made one or two clones of the Plumbite to be safe, to make sure that we have some in stock, because obviously you don't just need one, you need quite a few, because they don't cover the entire house. So I figured like using at least three would, so we can have one in the toddler room, one for the kids when they're doing homework, and one spare one to keep on the charger. Or maybe if I figure that we need another one in another room, then at least we had spares. So I decided that cloning the Plumbite was just a safe option, because I couldn't guarantee that the Crystal Tree was going to give us another one. But I mean, we could of course get another one. But the cloning machine was there, so why not use it? So I cloned us some Plumbite, and then once that was done, I got Cassandra to work on cutting those gems. Um, and then we I just chose like a shape that looked like it could actually stand. I think I just chose the first one, so it could looks like it's just something that's standing around. Um, and then I got her cutting those so that we can get them done and get them on the charger. So obviously they only charge during the night, and it's obviously daytime. So she was using the daytime to cut the gems so that they could charge during the nighttime and help us out with those needs. And as you can see, the whole family is just up and running. It is a busy morning here in the 100 baby family house, as always, because we have a lot of people up in here. So again, I was just checking everyone's needs before they head off to school, because I need them to go to school in as good a mood as possible, with their needs as high as possible, just to make sure that they can study hard and actually get those grades up. So Zucchini's milestones were also coming in. We got quite a few. We got two of the fine motor, and then we still needed to work on the gross motor, but it was happening, which was good. So again, we started just playing with toys, looking at toys, getting those milestones going. Cassandra was still cutting some gems, working on that Plumbite so that we could start getting it charged and using it, so that this challenge can just start going a bit quicker, because of course it's been quite it's been quite a while. So now we can actually get the Plumbite charged, get to using it, and move a lot quicker, because we won't have to worry about the needs. And it was time for school for the kids, so I sent them on off to school and made sure that I put them on study hard as always because I need those grades to go up. And of course, one of my kiddos started glitching, which was very annoying. But I put all of them to study hard once they left for school, so that we can make sure those grades get up. And eventually, Cassandra finished her gem, and then I thought of cloning the gem was probably smarter than just cloning the Plumbite. But either way, you know what? We got extra Plumbite. What? That's not right. Plumbite. And now I just cloned the crystal the gem that she already cut. I think I made 3 again just to be safe. And of course, we're gonna keep looking on for Plumbite because I don't think you can have enough ever, because you always want to keep at least 1 or 2 charge. So one while the one is charging, we can use the others, and then we have the one for backup for emergencies. I also added a tiny bathroom in the teenagers' room just to make it a bit better, because now there's one for Cassandra in her room, there's one for the kids next to their room, and there's one for the teenagers, because the bathroom situation was a little bit yeah, it was getting a bit tight. Like 2 just was not enough for everyone. And so I did put the Plumbite gems on the charging pad. Obviously, it's not going to charge right now because it's daylight, but it does charge in the night time. And then for the rest of the day while the kids were off to school, I decided to work on the skills with the toddler and the infant's milestones to see if we can maybe get an age up going there, because I hate dealing with infants. Toddlers are still okay once you get them potty trained, because then they can do everything on their own, but infants are, yeah, they're very needy, and working on their milestones are isn't always the best. It's not always fun. So I know we just aged Zucchini up into an infant just a couple of minutes ago, but I wanted to make sure that we get an age up as quickly as possible. And obviously, Yogurt over here just needed to work on that potty skill. To make sure that we can maybe also age up Yogurt, because then Yogurt will become a kid, and then Zucchini. Oh, and there we got that milestone. The milestones were actually happening quite quickly, which was good. But of course, working on it is still annoying. So what I was saying is that if we can age up Yogurt into a kid and then age up Zucchini into a toddler, we at least only have 1 toddler to deal with still. Dealing with 2 toddlers would have been a little bit annoying. So I made sure that all the needs were taken care of, and then I think I got Cassandra to do some more tummy time as well, just to see if we can get a few more milestones going. And then it was time for the kids to arrive home from school, and as you guys can see, that 2 teenagers actually got A's. So I think it was xylitol and watermelon's first time going to school, perhaps. So they just went up to B's, but both Vanilla and Uden went up to A students, which means that we can age up both of the teenagers and move them out of the house. Now that I have Plumbite, I don't actually mind moving out the teenagers, because I think Cassandra is going to need less help. Because of course we don't have to take care of needs. It's just going to be skill building and reaching milestones with the infants that she's going to have to be doing. But she can do that now with the Plumbite because she doesn't need to take care of the needs anymore. And that also means that the kids and the teenagers can be working around the clock on schoolwork because they don't have to take care of their needs. Obviously, once the Plumbite is all charged up, I'm just, So that's why I decided that we are gonna be aging up both of the teenagers and moving them right out of the house. And here you can see Vanilla, an A student, is ready to blow out his candles. What an exciting time. So this is what the second age up. We aged up Zucchini into an infant. Now this is the second age up for the episode. And then Yuden is going to be the third age up for the episode. It is just, it's going pretty well. We found Plumbite. I think I think it's a win-win for everyone. So I didn't put it in, but I did do random number generators for the aspirations for the teenagers as we've been doing, and we got um I did the one for the aspiration and then a number generator for all of the choices, and that is the one that we got for Vanilla Bean over here. And then it was, of course, Yuden's turn to go ahead and blow out his candles. I just quickly made sure to pay the bills, of course, because we do not want any of the power or water going out. And then it was Yuden's turn to blow out the candles, being the third age up for this episode, which is pretty good. And there we got another milestone. So all in all, things were going pretty well for our 100 baby family in this episode. Okay, let's just head on back to Yuden. There we are. Come on, Yuden. We need to get a picture, of course. Need to make sure we get a birthday picture for you. Okay, and here we go. It's time to blow out your candles. Yay! Okay, third age up for the episode. Now, that is Vanilla and Yuden out of the house. He got romantic, and again, I did the random number generator for Yuden to make sure that it just is random. And he got werewolf, which, okay, random, but it is what it is. And then it was time to move them on out, and of course the Plumbite had started charging, so I decided to head on over and place that over there for the kiddos. They had already done their homework and were working on school projects, and this is just going to help them make sure that their needs go up over time while they're working on the project. So this was just fantastic. The Plumbite really is a whole game changer for this challenge. I am just so happy that I finally decided that we were gonna go ahead and get that. I also put one in the toddler/infant room to make sure their needs go up so we can continue working on skills and milestones. So I put one over there as well. And again, game changer, because now their needs are going up while we're working on the skills, while we are working on the milestones. Needs are no longer going to be a problem as long as we keep these Plumbites charged. This is honestly just amazing. I cannot wait to just get this challenge moving. So we got Yogurt going to work on that potty skill, and we're gonna work on the milestones for little Zucchini, which of course we need Cassandra's help for, because of course infants are just so much fun. See, you never thought that toddlers would be unproblematic because they can actually still do most of the things for themselves. And then Zucchini had one last milestone left, which was the first, and I was just not getting the blowout. So I decided to invite over one of Cassandra's friends to do an introduction to get the first visitor milestone so that I can tick off that. And that would mean that we could age up Zucchini after a lot of work. I obviously cut out a lot of it because I doubt that you guys want to see me do tummy time 5 million times. But yeah, I think, yeah, that was the final milestone for little Zucchini, which meant that Zucchini not only went from a newborn to an infant, Zucchini also went from an infant to a toddler in one episode. And of course, Zucchini is fussy. I don't know when I'm gonna get another independent toddler, but it cannot be soon enough. Okay, and once Zucchini aged up, it was time for Yogurt. So Yogurt finally reached level 3 in the potty skill, which means that Yogurt now has level 3 in all of the toddler skills, which means, as per the rules, Yogurt was able to age up from a toddler into a kid, which is just great. So now we still only have one toddler to worry about, which is just fantastic, as they keep refusing to give me an independent toddler. So it was time for little Yogurt to come on down and blow out his candles. As you can see, level 3 in all the skills. I did double check. So it is time, little Yogurt, to come on down and blow out your candles. Age up number 5 for the episode. That is huge. 5 age ups in one episode is pretty fantastic. Again, we randomized the trait, and I did use the random number generator for the aspiration. I just didn't put it in, but I did use it. Trust me, I will not break the rules on this. So we did the random number generator for little Yogurt, and the aspiration that we got was creative. Yay. Okay, so then it was just a waiting game for Cassandra to go into labor, which happened not too soon after that. And of course, now that we have the Plumbite, I don't need to go to the hospital anymore to fill up her needs. So we were just gonna go ahead and have the baby, or babies, who knows, at home. So as you know, for names, we spun the wheel a couple of episodes ago and got O. So every baby name will start with the letter O and will be a fictional character. We will be spinning the wheel at the end of this episode again to get the letters for the next babies that you can comment down below. Fictional characters, whether from a series, a movie, or book. You can comment names for males and females, because all the babies born for that episode will get the name starting with that specific letter. But before we get to any of that, it is time for Cassandra to have this baby, or babies again, who knows. And the letter again for the names were O. So there haven't been any suggestions from you guys, so I just went on to the Googles and Googled a few O names from fictional characters, and we had, yeah, she went through it. Apparently it was clearly uncomfortable, and we have a baby boy, and for the baby boy we went with the name Olaf from Frozen, of course, our favorite snowman Olaf. And then we also had a baby girl, and we went with the name Ophelia, which is from Hamlet, I believe. I'm sure there are more creative names, but that is the first one that came up on Google. So I went with that. And then all that was left for this episode was to spin that wheel again to see what letter we are going to be getting for the next baby or babies. So let's do it. Here's our wheel. We're gonna spin it, and whatever letter it lands on, that is the letter we'll be using for the next baby or babies, any fictional characters from movies, series, or books. And the letter we got was the letter H. So comment your suggestions down below. I want to thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking this video and dropping a comment down below. If you're not as yet, please remember to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so that you get notified when a new video goes up. To continue on with the fun, you can click one of the videos that I've popped up on the screen, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!